The Joe Rogan Experience.
Hey, man.
What's up, Joe Rogan?
My brother, what's happening?
Hey, I'm alive.
You're a lot. Look, man, I've been following this whole. Everybody's been following you.
Yeah, but first of all, thanks for being so nice. You're very
My
supportive,
pleasure.
Joe. I mean, that means a lot to me.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to see you healthy. and
Yeah,
happy.
thank
I mean,
you.
you look good. Your face looks good. You
Yeah.
look thin. You look healthy. You look like you're vibrant. You
Yeah,
know?
no, I'm present. I talked to David
Yes.
Tell, and David Tell came to visit me in rehab, and he said, you're present. You don't want to leave every 5 seconds, which is what
Yes.
cocaine does to you.
Right.
You know, so no, I feel good. I feel good. I mean, I got 9 months clean.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
2 days ago was
What's
9 months.
What's the hump? Like, what do they say you have to get over before you can stay clean?
Well, first of all, my drug history is insane. It started when the first time I got high, and I tell these young kids because I'm 52 now, so
Me too.
I was in rehab and jail and a halfway house the last 8 months, and with some of the craziest motherfuckers you've ever met in your life, and they all have stories, but once they know my story, because I had some success in life, basically as a full-blown junkie, they're fascinated by it.
Right.
The first time I got high was 1979. Okay, Jimmy
Whoa.
Carter was president.
Holy shit.
So when you tell a 22-year-old kid that, they're like blown away that I'm even alive, and I am too. I hit a home run in Little League. I'll never forget this. And my buddy's older brother, we used to call this kid Sick Jack. I don't know what happened to him, but he handed me a joint, and I took a puff of the weed, and from 11 years old, I knew I loved it so much. I loved the feeling of being out of control. You talk to a normal person, they go, I hate being out of control. I loved it. I love, like, wow. And you have an excuse for it. I was fucked up.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
It's the
and-
excuse for being wild.
An excuse for just being a screw up too,
Yeah, yeah.
And my old man was a lunatic. He was not a drug addict or an alcoholic, but he was a criminal. He was a low level criminal. He came to the streets of Newark and got to like the 10th grade in high school. And he was like my favorite human being of all time. He was like my older brother, but I saw him do a lot of bad shit. I saw him fight all the time. He was a boxer when he was young, and just the real street smart guy. And his life was chaos, and I loved the chaos. I was addicted to risk. That's why I'm a gambler too. So when cocaine came into my life a few years later, I was 16 the first time I did a line of blow, and that was really fun because now you're up all the time, and that started basically a 35-year drug run that didn't end till like 9 months ago. I mean, I don't know if it's ended. That's the thing. I don't put pressure on myself. I'm like, it's one day at a time stuff. It sounds so cliche. But I take it 1 minute at a time. I can't guarantee people I'm never going to get high again. I just know I'm not going to get high in the next 10 minutes. And
You
that
don't
turns into
want to
days.
get high again. Is there a risk of saying that you don't know if you're ever going to get high again? Like,
The direct opposite is true. That's what they tell you in a program like Narcotics Anonymous. And again, I'm not some big program guy. I didn't turn into some God guy, anything like that. But I'm a little more spiritual, I would say. And, it's all stuff, you used to tell me the last time I was on the show, you were telling me to try to live right, exercise, anything to get you through the day that's positive,
Yeah.
In other words, by saying you'll never get high again, and I used to do that all the time, when you're really bullshitting yourself and everybody else, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Like to say, even these young kids, these poor kids, man, are looking at a lot of jail time, prison time. They're living under a fucking bridge, some of these kids, and they got nothing. That's why, the careers that me and you have, and congratulations on everything you've done, Joe, man. You're just you're a solid guy, a great talent. But, the careers we have are such blessings. I mean, we're living out a dream, and these kids have nothing. And for a 23-year-old kid to say in a group therapy session anywhere, I'm never going to get high again, it's daunting to say you're never going to do anything again. And even for me at 52 years old, I love it. You got to say, I love being high. I love the chaos. I love the lifestyle. You get addicted to the lifestyle too, because you don't live like everybody else, And I had a means of making money legally And these kids had to rob to get all the shit, and so that was enabling too. We live in an enabling world, but to say you're never going to get high again is so much pressure. To say I don't know and just work on the next day, and for me, it's like I take it minute by minute, literally. I got high, like we're here on the Lower East Side of Manhattan right now. I got high everywhere here. Back in the 80s, I used to come here with my buddy's older brother and get mescaline hits, ludes back in the day, weed in Washington Square Park, blow. There's triggers all over the place. So I just say, if I can get this get one more block without fucking up, that turns into a day and then time, So it's harder to say for yourself, I'll never get high again.